Hello, dear DRTS or dear Canal Education viewers and followers. Thank you for welcoming us today for this second show that is called Sunu School. Sunu School, a show that is suggested to you so that we can promote education in Senegal and English. Today we have the honor and the pleasure also to receive two former students, uh, Hawa Timera and Cheikh Tidiane Njai. So before that, we are going to talk about the show. The show Sunu School. Sunu School is a bilingual name of the show. Sunu is a Wolof word meaning the possession of all of us. School, everybody knows what does it mean. So it is a kind of promoting bilingualism so that we can make efforts for our kids to learn and to understand the English language. Because if they don't understand it, they won't be able to know the importance of this language. So for us, it is necessary, or I even say it is compulsory for us to make them know what is this important role of the English language. Bilingualism, meaning from French to English, from English to French, from English to Wolof, and from Wolof also to English, so that things become easier. Okay, so now our guest, Hawa Timera, how are you?
I'm good.
You good?
I'm good. And you?
I'm fine, yes. Sheikh Tidiane, how are you?
Always good.
Thank you very
And
much.
house.
Hawa, I'm going to start by you. What can you tell us about Hawa Timera for those who are our viewers and who do not know who is Hawa Timera?
Hawa Chimera is a college student. I'm 19 years old, and that's mostly it.
Okay. Sheikh?
Alright, thank you. I'm going to greet people before anything. Assalamu alaikum to all the viewers. So, the name is Mr. Nyasha Tijan. I was student in Limamullah High School, and actually I'm following strengthen under the line of mechanical engineer.
Okay.
Right. Thank
Okay.
you.
Okay, thank you very much. Sheikh, in your training, do you often need English?
Yeah, basically, we
Okay.
always need English
Okay.
because even all the tools that we are using,
Mhm.
they are from England. By the way,
Mhm.
to be capable of using all of those tools,
Mhm.
you have to be good at English
Okay, for sure.
for sure.
Okay. So, Hawa, after your self-presentation, what can you tell us about English? And you also, I think that you are using English in your training.
Yes, I am actually, because in my first year of college, 80% of our courses was all in English, which were kind of great for me as I was there. And yeah, I'm doing actually business administration. It's my second year this year, and yeah, that's it.
Okay. So now, English, yes, an important language. I think that we all will agree on that. English, an important language. So now, Hawa, for many people, it is that it is the communication or the tool of communication or the mean of communication in the world. So what can you tell us? Do you agree on this assessment, and what can you tell us about that?
But actually, I don't think that I need to agree or anything, because I feel like just English being a language mean that it is like an obligation to speak it, to communicate, just because it is a language. And actually, English is one of the most, if not the most known languages in the world. So people being able to speak it is very important, so that you can communicate with people that are not from your country, to communicate with foreigners, and just to be at ease anywhere you go, and even create relationship with other people. It's just very important to speak it. Just even if you know the basis, it is good, but knowing even more is more than good.
So how did you do to speak so good English? Were you in a foreign country where you speak English?
Well, I was born here, raised here, and I've grown here. But how did I do? It was very like, it's like a mistake, I'm gonna say, because when I was young, I hated English. Doing English courses was like impossible for me. When even when like I check my schedule, I'm like, English? No, I can't do that. That's impossible. I don't want to do that.
Okay.
I would start crying and everything. But then during COVID, there was a lockdown.
Okay.
You know, there was a no, not a lockdown, a curfew.
Yes.
There was not lockdown.
Curfew.
Yeah. So I had so many time, and I was sick at the time. So I'm like, what can I do? I started watching K dramas, and those K dramas are in Korean, and the subtitles most of the time are in English. So I was like, I don't speak Korean,
Okay.
but I don't speak English too.
Okay.
How can I watch it? I'm like, let's just give it a try. I know some words. Let's watch it. I start watching it, then I start catching up vocabulary. I start getting better at it. I start understanding more. I was even surprised because what the brain is capable of is crazy.
Okay.
You don't even realize it when you learn.
Okay.
You learn by mistakes, and that's how I learn. And then keeps on watching stuff, keep on watching YouTube, just enjoying the moment.
Yes.
And that's how I learned.
I mean, it mean that for what I have understood on what you said, it means that reading also helped you a lot.
A lot. I start even reading books in English, which played a big role
Okay.
in me being able to communicate with people. Because if you don't know words, you can't communicate.
You can't.
That's
You can't.
impossible. Even if you can read, even if you know grammar, if you know orthograph, that's if you can't read and speak and know vocabulary, there's no way for you to speak.
Okay.
You have to know vocabulary,
Okay.
enough vocabulary.
Enough vocabulary. I often say that the most important for that to try to know the vocabulary that surround you. That are
In
in the
context.
front
Mm.
in the front situation. Sorry, in
Yeah.
the front area for you.
Yes.
Because for any area there is a special a particular
Yes,
vocabulary.
obviously.
If you go to the hospital, there is a particular vocabulary. If you go to school, there is a particular vocabulary. So it depends on the situation or in the area of in which you live. Okay. So you, Sheikh, you said a moment ago that in your training you very often use English,
Yeah,
and
sure.
if you don't also speak English, you will have problem. So now, what can you tell us about now the role of the language in the communication of people in their activities or in their daily activities?
Yeah, indeed, like how I said a while ago, to be able to communicate with anybody around the world, you need to be good at English. How? Because nowadays, at any country where you will travel, you will need English. Go over here in Senegal, in the airport. If you are unable to speak English, you will have a lot of problem to know what is written on the paper and how to communicate with the people who are on charge of the plane. By the way, being able to speak English will help you for sure to be good at communication. And like she say, knowing a lot of vocabulary will definitely help you to be good at the communication. Because what we will definitely need to make a sentence is word. By the way, if you are unable to pronounce the right word, you will be unable to make a sentence.
Okay, that is
Right.
sure. That is sure. And you, the same question to you. How did you do to become so fluent in English? What was your secret?
Well, I didn't have any big
particular
hasas.
secret? Okay.
Any big hasas, I may say. My way of learning English is just from English club, because I got the chance to join English club for my secondary school,
Okay.
where they were an English club named Jawajan English Club.
Okay.
Over there, I had a lot of masters, such as Abu An, who is like an upper excellent, I may say. He is very good at English, and he used to boost us and to invite us on learning English. And with those brothers, I may enumerate others like Muhammad Sise, like Amadunya, on and on. But arriving at Limamulai High School, they show me that with all the word that I know, it is no longer good enough, because in life every day is a second chance for us to learn something new. And thanks to them, I make myself better and learn a lot about English.
Okay, okay. So I recognize that when I came last year, or the year before,
Yeah.
to Limaimulai High School, I saw that you were very fluent enough in English.
Yeah.
Thank you a lot for that.
Thank
So
you.
now, from what I have learned from what you said, so the advice you can give to the children. So we'll come back on that, I'm sure, at the end of the show. But the advice you are trying to give to the kids is to have vocabularies, as Awa said a moment ago.
As to say,
Okay.
because
Okay.
what we have is
Uh-huh.
letters.
Mhm.
Right after letters,
Mhm.
words.
Mhm.
Right after words, sentence.
Mhm.
We can't build a sentence
Mm.
without
Words. Ah,
and we
that is
all
true.
know all the letters.
Yes, for
By
sure.
the way, what we have to do is to
Mm.
learn
To learn
words.
words.
And
Okay.
learning words
Mhm.
will need
Mhm.
a little effort,
Effort.
like
Mhm.
learning, as you
Mm.
said a while ago,
Mhm.
specific vocabulary.
Mhm.
Because the one who is working
Mhm.
at the market is
Mhm.
different to the
Mm.
one who is working at the hospital.
At the hospital.
Definitely.
Yes. Mhm.
That being said,
Mhm.
for anybody who
Mhm.
want to speak English, he
Mhm.
has to start from the thing that he is doing in his life or
Okay.
her life.
Okay.
And
Okay.
starting from there, he will be able to communicate
to
with
communicate
people.
with people. Okay. Thank you very much.
Mhm.
So now, Hawa,
Yeah.
we are always at school.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the question I want to ask you is, do you think that the way that English is taught at school right now,
Yeah.
is it a good way, or there is something to add on that, or there is something to change depending on your personal idea? Uh-huh.
For me, I don't have to think about it. I already have an idea about it.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it's like completely wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Completely wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like they just scared kids.
Mm-hmm.
I will talk for myself.
Mm-hmm.
As I said earlier,
Mm-hmm.
I was crying when I heard
Okay.
English. I was crying.
You were crying.
Crying.
Really?
In front of class.
Mhm.
I couldn't care less. I was like, I don't want to
What
do
was
this.
exactly the reason of your cry?
I was scared. Like
You
when I
were
was
scared by the teacher.
when I was in primary school, English was like all singing, poems. I was having
Okay.
fun.
Okay.
Mm.
I was living my
Right.
best life. English was fun.
Okay.
Then I came middle school. Yeah, you.
You.
I'm like, what is that? To be, to have. What is that?
Simple past.
I'm
Present
scared.
perfect.
That's too much.
Mhm.
And I feel like if teachers tried to make it more fun,
Mhm.
more entertaining,
Mhm.
if at an early age
Mhm.
you start to appreciate something,
Mhm.
even when you grow, you will still like it.
Mhm.
But if at an early stage you don't like it,
Mhm.
it will take a lot
Mhm.
for you to grow and like it.
Mhm.
That's hard.
Mhm.
So for me,
Mhm.
even like if it was like in primary school, because
Mhm.
me I started at primary school actually,
Mhm.
but even if it was not primary school or just middle school,
Mhm.
just try to make it more entertaining,
Mhm.
more fun.
Mhm.
Trying to put the student in a position where they'll be
Mhm.
like, oh, I like what I learn, or to learn by themselves.
Okay.
Not just being like, this is this, this is this, this is that. If you don't say that, that's wrong.
Mhm.
Or just putting her in
Mhm.
front of the classroom,
Mhm.
do the exercise.
Mhm.
That's scary.
Okay.
For me, when I was 11, I was like, I can't do that.
Okay.
But then I grew and learned by myself, and I have fun, enjoyed it, and that's how I learn.
Okay.
So for me, enjoyment is important.
So the lesson I can draw from your for that I can draw from what you have said is the teachers should adopt another behavior
Yes.
that is more friendly,
More friendly,
for
more
with the
easy.
Mm-hmm.
Not that the way they
Mhm.
teaching us are
Mhm.
is not easy,
Mhm.
but it's too academic.
Okay.
It's too academic.
They
like
have to make it fun.
yes, make it fun.
Okay.
Even like as a child,
Uh-huh.
for me, I grown in a household where I don't speak Wolof.
Okay.
But how did I speak Wolof?
Mhm.
Because the friend I was having fun with, I was
Okay.
playing with,
Yes, of course.
was speaking Wolof. That's how I
Okay.
speak Wolof.
Mhm.
Because I was having fun.
Yes, of course.
If they were like punishing me and be like, speak Wolof,
Okay.
there's no way I'm gonna speak Wolof.
Okay, you're right. You're right. I understand.
If you're scared of something, you won't try to learn it.
Okay, so teachers, you have heard about our advices. So we have to try to make our English fun if you want to to be understood
Yes.
and to be, I don't like to say loved, but
Not loved,
appreciated
yeah,
by,
yes.
by
Students.
by
Kids.
students.
Because
Because whenever you do something for someone,
Mhm.
if he or she doesn't appreciate it, there will be a problem. You have to make some kind of feeling in what you are
Yes.
doing, so that it can be as water you drink easily. Sure. So you to the same question. How do you think about the way that English is taught at school? Is it the right way, or there is something to add or to delete for that? On that, sorry.
So as we usually say, every
Mhm.
cloud have a silver lining.
Mhm.
In any good situation, there is
Mhm.
something bad.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to say that
Mhm.
the way that English is taught at school is totally bad.
Mhm.
Not at all. But
Mhm.
what I just think is the way that teachers are delivering class at school
Mhm.
is only for writing.
Mhm.
Like they are teaching us to have good mark
Mhm.
or to be good at writing, but
Mhm.
not at speaking.
Mhm.
And in the world where we are,
Mhm.
it is quite necessary
Mhm.
or it is quite compulsory for
Mhm.
us
Mhm.
to be good at speaking.
Mhm.
By the way, they should adopt
Mhm.
new way
Mhm.
or new solution in order to make better the English speaking,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
And as he say,
Mhm.
for any kid,
Mhm.
it is important to feel him or herself at ease and
Mhm.
at fun
Mhm.
once he has to learn something.
Mhm.
By the way, trying to adopt some way of having fun, like doing some game
Mhm.
or having a warm
Mhm.
in the class,
Mhm.
will make all of students at
Mhm.
ease and to feel
Mhm.
home
To feel
once
themselves.
to feel themselves
Mhm.
to feel home once
Mhm.
they have
Mhm.
English classes.
Mhm.
But what you see usually, students are even
Mhm.
uh, refusing to
Mhm.
go do
Mhm.
English classes
English classes. Okay.
due to the way that they are learning it.
Okay. Okay. But there is a problem you misunderstand.
Mhm.
At school,
Mhm.
for example, some English teachers,
Mhm.
whenever they are having class,
Mhm.
they try to make it fun.
Yes.
They try to make students participate in the class.
Yeah.
But very often,
Mhm.
there is a problem of pronunciation of the word, and this makes the class laugh.
Mhm.
And whenever there is too much laugh,
Mhm.
the administration
Mhm.
tends sometimes to say that this teacher is very noisy, without knowing that English is a language.
Yes.
Mhm.
It is different from
Others.
scientific subjects.
Mhm.
Whenever you are doing or you are having class in mathematics, you need to be
Calm.
calm.
Mhm.
You do not need noise.
Nice.
But in English, if it is calm, if there is no noise, it
It's
is not
not
good.
good.
I don't know if you share this.
I share.
Huh?
I
Yeah,
share,
Asia?
I
literally.
share that point
Yes.
because I used to be in English club,
Mm-hmm.
and basically people say that we are noisy.
Yes. And
Cause
that is normal because it
yeah,
is a language.
yeah,
It is a language.
definitely.
Okay, so the following question is
Mhm.
about the students.
Mm.
Uh, there are some students, but not all. There are some students who are lazy or quite lazy.
Mhm.
Mm.
They are not motivated at all. So according to you, Hawa, what do you think that is the source of this lack of motivation? Because you can see, as Sheikh said a moment ago, at school, yes, that's right. We teach kids to know how to read
Right.
and how to write
That's right.
and
Right.
how to try to get good marks.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, there are some who do not even take this occasion, this opportunity.
Yeah.
They even do not have good marks.
Yes.
They don't to speak the language and they can't have good marks. So according to you, because in some situation it can depend on a lack of motivation. So
Yes.
now, what do you think on that? On this lack of motivation about, sorry, from the
Again,
students?
I'm gonna talk for myself.
Yes. Uh huh.
There was a period when I was like that.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't take notes
Mm-hmm.
because I wasn't interested.
Mm-hmm.
Literally,
Mm-hmm.
when the class doesn't interest me,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I don't care about how
Okay.
what I do. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, oh, he said that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna try to remember during the exam.
Mm-hmm.
If it's not that, that's not that.
That's
Because
not
I'm
that.
not interested.
Mm-hmm.
But when I feel like when a teacher try to make their student interested
Mm-hmm.
or try to just be close a little bit, just care a little bit about your student. I know it's not easy because there are a lot of students, but sometimes there's some student. I'm talking for myself again.
Mm-hmm.
I need to be close to, with the teacher.
Okay.
We gotta be close so that I can feel like, I like this. I like the teacher.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta have good marks.
Mm-hmm.
And in another way to learn.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if you're not if you're not interested,
Mm-hmm.
you go, there's mathematics. I like this. English, oh, that's boring.
Okay.
I don't want to learn this.
Okay.
When it's boring, you don't want to learn it.
Mm-hmm.
When it's interesting, you want to learn it.
Mm-hmm.
So again,
Mhm.
as I said yesterday, I think it's the same problem. I said earlier,
Mhm.
I think it's the same problem.
Mm-hmm.
Is the lack of entertainment,
Okay.
the lack of teachers, not only teachers. I'm not trying to blame
No,
you
anyway,
or
there
to
is no
shame
problem.
you.
Uh-huh.
Just that I
There is
feel
no
like
problem. Uh-huh. We're trying
there are
to
some.
find
Well,
solutions.
yes, there
No
are
problem.
some that just doesn't care. They
Mhm.
come, they do their courses, and then
Mm.
go home.
Mhm.
They don't care.
Okay.
That's the problem.
Okay.
Yes.
So there is it means that there is a difference, a distance, sorry, between the teachers and the students, and it shouldn't.
Sometimes there
They
is.
they should be close to.
For me, yes. Because I feel like when not
Necessarily
too
in the class.
close.
No, we are talking about in
Yeah,
the classroom
in the
only.
classroom. Because I
Yes.
feel like
Mhm.
when you're in the classroom, it's like a family.
Mhm.
Because you spend like 9 months
Mhm.
out of 12
Mhm.
in that classroom
Mhm.
with the same people,
Mhm.
with the same teacher.
Mhm.
So if that teacher, you're not close to that teacher, it's like you're not close to your parent.
Mhm.
Are you going to talk to your parent?
Mhm.
Are you going to express your problems to your parent?
Yes, for
You're not
sure.
going to do it.
Yes,
You
for
got to
sure.
be close to them a little bit, enough to be
Mhm.
able to express your problem,
Mhm.
to be able to express what you want to do, what you can understand,
Mhm.
and then to improve. But if there's no communication, there's no understanding,
Mhm.
there's no interest in that
What
you're doing,
Yeah.
you're not going to do anything about
Yeah,
that. Not
okay.
take notes, not care about the marks you get.
Mhm.
You won't care anymore.
Okay. So now I'm going to ask you a question in front of Senegalese people.
Yes.
When we were working together, and I had you in upper sixth form,
Mm-hmm.
from the idea you have given,
Mm-hmm.
what is the appreciation you had for me?
Well,
How was it? The atmosphere in which we were working.
for me, you tried a lot
Mm-hmm.
to make us be interested.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like even like when there was some student that couldn't understand, you would try, oh, go and do this.
Mhm.
It's okay, you can do it, even if it's not good. Oh, it's okay, you can do it. Try again. You talk to the student. Sometimes you take just a student, one student, and just try to explain to that student. You give us opportunity to just speak for ourselves and to understand stuff. Even though sometimes it was quite boring.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes
There is no problem.
Sometimes-
that is the work.
sometimes
that
it
is like that.
happens. Like it cannot be always entertaining.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes it's boring, but you tried so much to make us understand, to make us love English actually.
Yes.
Because your love, we felt your love for English, and I feel like a lot of the students, even not me, but all the students, I feel it too. But I was already not
Okay.
in love, but interested in that language.
Mhm.
So all the students who felt how much you love that language
Okay.
through how you was teaching us,
Okay.
and they also got interested.
Okay.
Because there was some that couldn't get good grades,
Yes.
but before the end of the year, they start to get good grades.
Yes,
Because
good
of who?
grades,
Because
yes.
of you.
Thank you. Thank you
Yeah.
for that. Thank you. And I remind, or I tell to Senegalese people who are watching us, you twice, I think, got a good mark, 20 out of 20.
Wow.
Congratulations for that.
Thanks.
She's a very good student at English.
Thank
Okay,
you.
so, Sheikh, the same question to you. What can you tell us about this lack of motivation for the students nowadays?
Well, I will start with mental health, because a lot of students are struggling a lot in their life, and they are doing a lot of effort to come at school, and coming at school and doing a lot of effort without having anyone to talk with is sometimes difficult. That's why they are unable to pay attention on what they are doing at school.
Okay.
And basically, once we are talking about the teacher, what we must know about the definition of the teacher is a teacher is no longer only someone who is coming at school and giving a lesson, but he is also a parent. He should educate students, and while educating students, it is on their responsibility to mind about how the students are feeling. Like she said a while ago, feeling at ease with all of students will help students to love what they do, and to succeed in what you are practicing in your life, or what you are doing in your life. You need to love what you do first.
Okay. Okay, so now the following question, I'm going to stay with you, Sheikh. The new authorities of education here in Senegal have decided to start English from the primary school. What do you think about that? Do you think that that can be a solution to let our kids understand and be fluent in English at their early age?
Yeah, I definitely think that that is a great idea, Because let's take a look to our traditional family. You go in Casamas, Casamas people are able to speak Sose. Why? Because at their early age, they start speaking that language. I think that the best way to initiate something with with someone is to study at the early age.
Early age.
Definitely, it is a good idea.
Okay. Okay. How
The
about
only
the same?
thing, the only thing that we must mind about is to no longer do it like we are doing it to the students who are at the secondary school.
Secondary school and
There,
college.
what we need is to just show to student or to the little kid the way to love the language and the way to start learning something that can be meaningful to them.
Okay, okay. Thank you. Awa, the same question to you. What do you think about the idea of the new authorities to start English from the primary school?
I think it's great
Mhm.
because when I was in primary school, I did English, and it was, I think, the best part of me learning English
Okay.
when I was in primary school.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
as I said, I love fun.
Okay.
I love
You
having
love fun,
fun.
yes, yes.
I love having fun.
Uh-huh.
So in primary school, it was just great, just good, just fine, and I learned a lot. But not to get too much into the deep English in primary school, just a little bit, just the basis.
Yes,
Yeah, the basis.
Okay.
If you know the basis, and then when you got in middle school, you got to know a little bit more, little by little, not too much academic, just a little bit.
But we have to
I
speak
think it's
also
good.
academic English.
Yes,
also.
it is important, but there's a way to do it.
Yes, you're right. I
Not to be
understand.
too serious and scaring
I
people.
agree. I agree. You're right. You're right. It is normal. It is normal that we must mix academic English
Yeah.
and how can I say that the other English that people are talking in the streets, because
Yeah.
it is something that is required by the society.
Yes.
If we stay only saying that, for example, I just give an example, the expression gonna, I often say that in class. The expression gonna, I can say that to my student at in the street. But whenever you write it in the topic, I'm obliged to.
You did to
delete
me.
it. Yes, of course.
You did it so many times to
I
me.
did it to you.
So many
Oh
times.
My goodness. Oh my goodness. That is normal.
Yes.
Because academically it is not written.
It's
But
formal.
Yes.
whenever I am speaking, I can say that.
Yeah.
I want to go to school. But while writing, you must write, I am
want
going
to
to school.
school.
Or I want to go to school, sorry.
Yes.
For example, I am going to school. You say, I'm going to go to school. That is normal in your expression. But whenever you write it,
But
there is
sometimes
a red pen
you don't
aside.
realize it. You just write it like that. You don't realize it.
Okay.
When you
to
start
how
getting
it's-
deep into writing,
Yes.
if you just writing.
Yes.
You only
Because
write
I
what
knew that
what you
could
have
do.
the habit to write.
Yes,
Yes.
actually,
Yes, yes. You have to have the hobby of writing.
that's true.
So, putting in lines your ideas.
Yes.
Because we have a lot of ideas and they won't be able to stay at any time in our head. We have to write it.
But isn't it because they don't have enough vocabulary? Because sometimes they have the ideas,
This is a
I-
boundary.
but they just can't put it in words and write it.
I myself, I may say that I learned English through writing. Because when I was in secondary school, I didn't really have the chance to always speak English with other people.
Okay.
By the way, I used to do some research,
Mhm.
and right after summarizing the research, I write it on my book. And thanks to that, I learned day after day new words.
New words.
Yeah.
That is very
And
important.
that's crazy because I feel like both of us
Mhm.
have very different way
Mhm.
of learning.
Of learning.
Because I feel like how he learned English is so different from how I learned
From
English.
yours,
Because he said he took notes
Notes.
Mhm.
to understand.
To understand.
He read.
Mhm.
But me,
Mhm.
I never, like, I was just enjoying.
Okay.
Which is, I feel like there's different people, there's different way of learning.
Of learning.
Just choose the one that is better for
That
you,
is better
that
for you.
fits you the
Yeah,
most.
yes, yes, for
Don't
sure.
force yourself into,
No,
this
anyway.
person did it like this, I'm gonna do it like this.
Mhm.
Just do what you're the more ease with it and do it.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yes.
I think that this can be a solution. And personal and particular solutions. I think that for anybody, the solution depends on your level also. On
That's
your
true too.
level. Because there are some who need to read to add their vocabularies. There are some who need to
Speak.
speak because they are in an environment in which people are speaking
speaking.
English. That will help you. And at any time you hear something you don't understand,
Yeah.
you can ask it directly.
Yes.
Or sometime
You just need to listen.
Yes, just for that. While listening, you will see that even some pictures, the picture will allow you to understand what you are hearing. That is
Literally.
very important.
Literally.
Okay.
Particularly, I may say that only two quotes are enough to be good at English. Practice makes perfect. I'm English. Use me or you lose me.
Okay. Use me
That's
or you
true.
Lose me.
Okay,
That's true.
That's true. Okay, so now I think that we are at the end of the show.
Yeah.
I ask you to give advices to your friends, young boys and young girls who are in the schools, what they must to do so that they have first good averages at school, but what they must to do so that they become fluent as you both in English.
I'm not fluent.
Really?
No, I'm not.
Really? Okay, so now, what is the advice you're going to give them so that they can become very fluent?
For me, it's just not to just keep in mind that I don't like that language. I won't try to learn. Just open your mind. Try to discover. Try to see how fun it is actually, how interesting, how of a great language it is actually. I'm not gonna lie, 'cause speaking French is a big thing. Speaking English is way more easier than speaking French.
Quite
Yes.
right.
If you're able to speak
Much more
French,
easier.
if you're
Quite
able to speak
right.
French, don't underestimate your potential. Because being able to speak French, that means you can speak any other language.
Okay,
So
for
just
sure.
stop being bored or stop being like, I can do it. Just try. Try like even if you don't understand something, go to your teacher. If he doesn't answer, go search yourself and find a solution to it. Or as I did, watch shows, have fun. There's I don't know if you like movies, dramas, animes. I don't know. Just try to find something that excites you, that would make you love that language, because it is very important for work, for school, for even just with people.
Yes, with people.
And it
Even
opens so
traveling
many
outside the world.
opportunities to you and even to other people. So just try. Just have a little bit.
Okay. Try to
Try.
Speak. Try to speak.
That's very
Be-
important.
Because if you try, you will be able to.
You will.
You will be.
Oh,
able
and I
to.
said,
Mhm.
you can.
Mhm.
You
Mhm.
can.
You can.
You
Yes,
can.
You can.
You can.
And
You
if you
can.
believe that,
You can.
you will be able.
You will.
You will be able.
Yes.
Yes, Sheikh, what is the advice, or what are the advices you're going to give to your friends who are watching you on television?
Oh, well, about the advice,
Mhm.
what I may say is to speak any language, like to speak English. What you have is to work on the listening, because it is important to listen, because it will help you to make better your accent
Your
and
accent.
to make better and to pronounce word on the right way.
Okay.
By the way, listening is important. And right next to listening, try to learn at least 2 or 3 words per day.
Okay,
It will
per day.
help you to emerge your vocabulary.
Your vocabulary. Your
And
vocabulary.
basically, this is the advice that I'm giving to you all, and to all of the people who are watching us. I make emphasize on the fact of learning English, because we are in the area of modernization, and we know that if you are unable to speak English, it will be quite hard for you to
Find a
travel. It will be definitely hard for you to have a lot of opportunities, or to even do some work, some works.
Some works. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You're right. No. Now I stay with you. What is your last word? You are going to end this show with which you are going to end the show.
Alright, I'm going to give a thanks to you for giving us the privilege and the honor to be over here today and expressing our little experience about English, and also giving a big thanks to all of my parents for giving me the opportunity to go at school, learn harder, and to make it till today, and give a thanks to Limamulai English Club, who invest a lot on my English learning. Give a thanks to Njawajanya English Club and all my brother and all of my sisters and all of my friends.
Okay. Thank you very
Thank
much,
you.
Sheikh. So now, Hawa, what is your last word? You?
Well, I'm gonna thank you first
Okay. Thanks.
for
Hawa.
giving us the opportunity to be here.
Welcome. Welcome.
I'm gonna thank all of my family and everything, and I'm also thank one of my teachers who passed it away, my English teacher, who passed away
Best.
last year. May he rest in peace,
rest
because
in
he played a big role actually in me being able to speak English, because I think he was the one, if not, but one of the teachers who really made me love. Well, not love.
Love.
No, made me interested in
Yes, love.
no
Interested.
made me interested in
On that level.
English.
English.
So I really want to thank him and pray for him
For him.
actually.
Rest
Yes,
in peace on
and
him.
I want to thank myself.
Yourself also.
Yes,
Yeah.
for just giving time to English.
Yes.
Losing
yes.
my time
That
learning
is-
English.
That is necessary.
Yes.
That is necessary.
I'ma thank
And
myself for
as
that.
he says a moment ago, that can give you some opportunities.
Yes,
That is,
I-
yes.
That was the time that I lost. That was very, very significant for me
Mhm,
because now it helped me a lot.
Okay. A lot. A lot.
So
A lot. A lot.
don't be shy and try.
Mhm.
Don't be too lazy.
Don't be lazy. Don't be afraid.
Learn.
Don't be afraid.
That will help you.
Speak.
Speak.
You will make mistakes, but speak.
And
It's
from
okay.
mistakes
Mistakes,
we
it's
learn.
okay.
Yeah, okay. You will
If you don't make
mistakes,
mistake,
but
that means
speak.
you're not doing nothing.
Okay.
Do
okay.
mistakes and
No,
get up
It
and
is
learn
a
again.
foreign language.
Yes.
We are
It's
in
okay.
a French-spoken country. English is a foreign language. Normally, we should make mistakes. I often say at school, it's not because I am a teacher, I won't make mistakes.
Now.
English is a foreign language.
Yes.
Even if I recognize that a teacher is not going to make easy mistakes, but as far as it is a foreign language, there are some points that may not be understood. That is normal. So, guys, don't be afraid. As I said a moment ago, don't be afraid speaking. Don't be afraid trying. Don't be afraid making yourself in practice so that you can one day become fluent in English. So now, thank you very much. It was a pleasure and an honor for me, particularly for me, to receive two former students, Hawa Chimera, a former student of I, and Sheikh Tijan, a former student of Limamulai High School. Dear Canal Education followers and viewers, we are very happy to present you this show. It was a great pleasure. Thank you very much, and appointment is given to you next time or next week on this same television. Thank you very much.
Thank you.